Hey everybody, Chris here. I just thought I would go live as I get ready for date night. The girls are out for the evening, and so my husband, John, has made dinner reservations for us. Kind of an early bird dinner reservation, because hashtag we're old, and we want to come home and watch a movie and not be out late. So here I am at 5:32 getting ready for date night. It has been the most chaotic day. Our air conditioning is out. I've had workers at the house all day. My refrigerator broke, so I had to clean out my refrigerator. Like, it's been one thing after another. And so here I am trying to get ready super fast with dirty hair. So thank goodness for the sea salt spray, which I don't have right here beside me. That thing is a lifesaver. Hey Meredith, I was just telling everybody this is my last minute throw together date night that I'm going to impromptu do in front of y'all. I don't even have a plan of what I'm going to apply to my face. I kind of have a plan, but I'm just gonna go with it and have fun. And it's just been a chaotic day, and my hair is filthy, and so I literally just put a little bit of our mattifying powder in there and just kind of brushed it through. Ran my hair dryer through it for a second, and then I took my curling wand and just kind of ran it through my hair like super fast, sea salt spray, and then clipped it, and here I am with the hair did. Not too bad. And y'all, the sea salt spray smells amazing. Hey Chris from beautiful Troy, Ohio. Hey Christina, how are you? I had to do the quick get ready between bar and going to, yeah, exactly. I mean, thankful for just stuff that just goes on quick and it performs and it looks good, and you don't feel like you have a ton of makeup on. And guess what? You don't have a bunch of harmful chemicals on your face. So it's just a win-win for everybody. So as you can see, I have nothing on my face right now, and I do have some rosacea, which has gotten a lot better since I've been so much more conscious of what I'm putting on my skin every day. And that peel, the overnight resurfacing peel, has been a godsend for me. It has worked wonders. This is nothing compared to what I have been dealing with. And I'm hot because my air conditioning is broken, so that doesn't really help. So, hey Mom and Chris, hey Katie. So anyhow, here I am. Right now I'm still in my Honey Tint Foundation. I'll transition to sand as it gets cooler. Some days I'll even mix a little bit of the honey and the sand. In fact, I'll do that for y'all tonight so you can just see how I do that, because I'm not out in the sun as much lately. So I've lost a lot of my color. You know, a lot of people think that when you want to match your foundation, that you want to match your face. Yes, you do, but you really, no air conditioning, Meredith, I'm dying. They're actually outside fixing it finally. You want to match sort of this part of your head neck area, because you don't want that line, right? So that's why you always want to put it kind of right here, see if it's a match. If it sort of blends into your neck, you're going to have a match. You're never going to find an identical match. That's where the other stuff comes into play. That's where your contouring and your bronzing and your blushing and your blending and all that just makes it all blend together. So you're not going to find, if you do find one, you're really lucky. People that are in constant search for the identical match, that's really hard to do. Nor do you want to do that. Your foundation is just giving you a blank slate to go back and work with. It's giving you a canvas, if that makes sense. Because we all have imperfections, but with our foundation, we can sort of wipe that out and give ourselves a canvas to work with. That's really the point of it. So I just washed with my charcoal bar to just kind of get some oil off my face from the day and sweating. And I put a little bit of our new Counter Control mattifying gel on my face, because it works also as a primer for your foundation, and it's amazing. It makes a huge difference if you tend to have shiny skin, oily skin throughout the evening when it's warm, when you do wear foundations. That is a must for you. Okay, so here I have a little bit of the honey, and I'm just gonna put a little dab of it on the back of my hand here. I'm not even gonna get the fancy brushes out. I'm just gonna do all this with my fingers tonight, okay? And then a little bit of the honey, so a little bit of both. You see that? And I'm gonna sort of mix them on the back of my hand. just like that. Some people like to do their under eye concealer first. I prefer to do this. And I start just sort of right here on the cheekbone and nose. Okay, and I have all that still in the back of my hand, and I'm gonna start just blending it in. And it feels so good because it's really hydrating. But like I said, I like to go back with my concealer after. You don't want to pull on your eyes, because I feel like it brightens up under my eyes a little better when I do the under eye concealer after my foundation. There is no real rule there. You can do either way. Just for me, I just feel like that makes a big difference. So this coverage is it's also buildable. So if you feel like you need more coverage, you can come back after it's set for a minute or so and apply some more. Also, if you're someone that wants a lot of coverage, I would not recommend applying this with your fingers because you tend to wipe some of the product off. I would recommend using like a beauty blender, one of these, and just tapping it in, like pressing it into your skin like that, or just a good foundation brush. You're gonna get a lot more coverage that way because you're gonna be stippling more so than wiping. Wiping is gonna, wipe product off, if that makes sense. So I don't like a ton of coverage. I rather would just sort of blend it in. So there we go. Okay, so just a little bit. This lighting does make it look a little more yellowy, but if you saw me in person, it actually blends in really nicely. And I'm gonna do a little bit right here, and then blend it right down underneath. Get ready for date night. I'm doing date night. Speaking of, my date just walked in. Okay. So blending it right down onto my neck, like so. Okay, and that's it. I still have a bunch of product left over if I wanted to go in and touch up anywhere. I like to really blend it up into my hairline, okay, so I don't have like a very visible line. And then see where that rosacea is? I might go back over it a little bit and apply a little bit more right there for a little more coverage. Okay. And I can get that beauty blender and press it in. Okay. I'm working like super fast because I don't want to be on here too long, keep y'all too long. What's everybody doing this weekend? I can't believe it's Friday. I'm so thankful. I feel like it's been the longest week ever. I feel like I always say that, but it has been a slow week. Speaking of coverage, I just used the Dew for my work meeting. Oh, and the brightening oil. Awesome. The #1. I can't live without that stuff. It has really helped brighten up some of those dark spots. And of course, in conjunction with the peel, like it's just a win-win. Okay, done with that. Then I'm gonna go and grab my concealer pen, which is the tint, by the way, and the pen are both part of the Falls in 5, okay? So one little click, I've already done my foundation. This is where I tend to be kind of blue and dark right there. That's just the way my bone structure is, the way the light hits my face, and where I tend to thin. So that is my real problem area. And I have like some veins right there. So I love to put it on my lids as well. Hey, Erin, how are you, honey? So I do a little bit right in there where it's kind of dark, and then do a little triangle, just like that. And just put a little bit right there. Okay, and then I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. I still have a good bit of product on here just from that one click. And then do another click there. And just do a little triangle, just like that. And it'll just sort of brighten up my eyes a little bit. Right there and right there. And then I'm gonna do the top of my lids that tend to be a little bit kind of veiny. And you can just take your ring finger and tap and blend it in, or you can use that beauty blender as well. I put it on my lids also. It's a great eyeshadow primer. It really is. And if you're, like me and getting older, and that skin is thinning out of it, you can really see a lot of those veins, and it just conceals it a little bit. need to try on the lids. You do, because you know your eyes are where you want to brighten anyway, so it's not going to hurt brightening up your lids as well. Okay, and see what a difference that just made. I'm doing this like super Speedy Gonzalez fast right now. And then if you look up, it helps you get right underneath your lash line right there. You can go through. Yeah, I'm live. Okay. My date just walked in for tonight. Okay, good. You can always take your beauty blender and do that and sort of blend it in a little bit right there too. Okay, done. Foundation, under eye concealer, and I have sort of my blank canvas. Okay, then I like to come in and do just a little bit of bronze / contour and highlight, just super fast. I'm obsessed with Dune. This is part of our new pressed powders. I've talked about these before. Here's what it looks like. It comes in, there's Dune, Surf, and I think Cabana are the three sort of bronzers that we have. And what I always start with that first, and you want to think about where the sun hits your face and sort of carve that out. So it's super, super pigmented. So really I just kind of press it in there just a little bit. I just give it one little press, blow in a little bit, and then I'm just going to hit right sort of under the cheekbone on both sides, and then go across the forehead just like that. Okay, and just sort of carve out where the sun hits, and just go down my nose, chin. And then remember I told y'all about how the foundation, it's hard to find like that perfect match that blends in. You want to get really close, but then when you come in with like your bronzer and you can carve out the bottom of your face right here, it helps that also blend in a little bit. Is Dune the shade below Cabana? I think it's a shade up. I want to say Cabana is the darkest one. Dune might be in the middle, and Surf almost had a slight like pink, pinky undertone to it. So I haven't tried it, but it, you know, might surprisingly be good for me. It's, you know, it's hard to tell from the pictures, but I haven't tried it yet. In fact, I just got this melon blush. I've been using Nectar for a while, which I love. Everyone seems to be obsessed with Nectar. It's kind of a universal blush. It's really, really pretty. But this melon, it looks so pink here, but it's actually a better match for me. I'm gonna show y'all that tonight so you can see, because I have that sort of olive undertone, I guess you could say, and so I'm a warm, and I would have thought the Nectar would have been ideal for me because it's so warm, but my skin is too yellow for that, and I found having to put on a lot for it to even show. So the melons actually worked out better for me. Okay, so just that little bit of the Dune just made the biggest difference. Then I'll come in with my blush, and then this is our awesome blush brush, which I'm obsessed with, by the way. So pigmented, all of them are. I'm gonna push in just one time. Y'all get ready to see how much product's about to come onto my face, but look at that. And then sweep up, tap and sweep up. So it takes the tiniest little bit because it is so pigmented that it'll last you forever. Obviously, if you feel like you went overboard, you can always come back with your bronzer blush and kind of wipe it off and just sort of blend it out like that. I know the brushes are my favorite. The shadow brushes are great too because they're really, really soft. I have really sensitive eyelids also. I just have sensitive skin in general, and the brushes tend to be really rough on my eyelids. Makeup brushes do, but these have been great and they have not bothered me at all. Are those Beautycounter brushes too? Yes. This is the angled blush brush. It's super, super soft. I love it. Look, I still have all that foundation on my hand that I haven't used. Let's see. Okay. Then I'm gonna come in with the highlighter real quick and just highlight just a tad. So here I'm just, this is not a Beautycounter brush. This is just a Morphe. I get, you know, Target, Amazon, but I like the size of it and how soft it is, and I love using it for highlighting. So here's the halo, comes in 2 colors. There's halo and there's topaz, which is this one. And topaz is also one of the highlighting colors, but it's a little more of a bronzy, you can see. And whereas halo is like just gives you a glow, which I really, really love. Hey, Nell. So I just, again, push it right in there. And I take it just down my nose, top of the cheekbone, and then swipe like a reverse C. Like I can do all this so quickly now. It's just sort of my routine. Cupid's bow down the chin. And then I'm gonna take it right up and just swirl it across my forehead just a little bit. And that's it, highlighting. And it just gives you a little bit of a glow. So when you really focus on just like the foundation, concealer, and your highlighting and bronzing, you don't need much else. Like I can go now and just put on some mascara and look pretty put together and not feel like I need a lot more makeup, which is great. So, which brings me to let me do my brows real fast. I'm literally just putting one color on my eyelids tonight because it's just, these colors are so beautiful and they do so much for your face that you don't need to go in there with 3 and 4 different shades and do like the YouTube, tutorials that make it look so easy, and they're like doing all these different colors that are so complex and I look like I've been punched in the eye when I'm done. It's just not for me. It's beautiful, but it's just not for me. And it's just hard. Whereas these colors are so beautiful and they just naturally will bring out and accentuate your eye color and your skin tone that you don't need 42 different eyeshadow colors at one time to look, put together. So, but I can't say enough about a good brow pencil. This is the the medium. Comes in light and medium and dark. This makes the biggest difference. If you don't do anything else, fill your brows. So that it comes on one side with the little brush and you can just sort of brush them out and you can just call it a day. Or you can go in and fill them just a little bit. Just like that. You really can't mess up. See how I have like those little spots that are sort of bald spots where I might pluck and leave a little spot. Here we go. Friends hopping on. Melanie, do y'all have a football game tonight? I feel like y'all are always either on a baseball field or a football field. Okay. So now for my lids, I'm just gonna do one color. That's it. This is from our new classic pressed powder palette. It's stunning. Nope, thank gosh. That penny is so cool. Look at this, y'all. It's like a glitter that you can add on at the end if you want like a little shimmer. It's so, so beautiful. But what I'm gonna do tonight is just do a little bit of the copper right there, which is so, so pretty. It's just like a light bronzy, just to go with sort of this natural bronzed kind of look I'm going for. And so tiny little bit, Beautycounter brush. This is the crease brush, but I'm just gonna put a little bit on the lid, a little bit into the crease. That's it. I'm not gonna do anything complicated. So I'm just gonna press in there a couple of times to get some product. Look how much product just came on there. Wait till you see how much will come on my lid. I literally just barely pressed it in there twice, and look at how much color is on my eyelid right now. And it blends in so nicely. So I'm just gonna do that, and I'm gonna take it, open my eye and take it up into the crease just a little bit. And that's it. I'm gonna do the same on the other side. Unfortunately, these are not part of the Flawless in 5, but we have something called Get the Look. And you can pick from our 3 shadow palettes. There's the Romantic, the Classic, and the Statement. And they all have very unique colors that are all sort of meant to go together. And this is the Classic, which is a little more like your earth tones and golds. And there's that fun penny. All of them have a really fun color in the middle like that, sparkly glitter color. So you can go in there and check it all out. And then you can customize your eyeliners and your your blushes, your bronzer, highlighter, all that good stuff. You can customize all of that in there. Okay, last, before mascara, a little bit of our eyeliner. These are wax-based, so you always want to heat them a bit. A little hot breath is fine. Like I said, my air conditioning's out, so it's warm enough in here, honestly, to just use it. But also, Christy Coleman, our Beautycounter professional makeup artist that created all of our makeup, suggests heating it up on the back of your hand just a little bit to get it good and warm. And then sometimes I'll do top and bottom, but I'm just gonna put a little bit just right there on the edge of my lash line, just a tiny bit, and same on the other side. And I'm gonna show you how easy you can just blend it out. Okay, just to add a little bit of dimension. The other side of all of our liners have this fun little smudger. It's like a spongy one. And you can go in and blend it across your lash line so it doesn't look like such a hard line. And a hard line, some people like that, and that's fine too. For me personally, I just like a little bit of a smudged, almost like a smoky. And if you really want to have fun with it, you can go back in on the top. You put a little bit just right there. Take your smudger, slightly pull on your eye, smudge just like that into a little circle kind of, and it'll give you a little bit more depth, a little bit more of like a smoky eye without, again, looking like you have a ton of makeup on your face. Really, really pretty. Okay, last, mascara, same thing. Kind of like roll it between your fingers or run it under hot water for a few seconds, 10, 20 seconds. It makes a huge difference when you go to apply it. This is our lengthening. You don't want to pump and draw air in there and dry out your mascara. It's a big mistake a lot of people make. And then you got your mascara. I also love to apply it, I have to look in my mirror here, on the top of my lashes and coat those as well, paint those. And it makes your lashes look much thicker and they'll just stand out a lot more. I hope y'all can't see like straight up my nose, because you know how when you do the mascara you gotta do the this thing, this game right here. We do have a volumizing as well, and I love it. And in fact, some people recommend, and I haven't tried it yet, applying the lengthening and then coming back with the volumizing after, which I haven't tried yet, but I think that could be kind of cool. Add length and volume. Same thing on the other side, paint the top. I can see without poking my eye out here. See, I already got it on my nose. And then fill the lashes. Almost done. So all I did was I mixed my tint, I mixed my sand and my honey. Then I did my under eye concealer. Then I did the Dune bronzer. I did the Melon blush and the Halo highlighter. Filled my brows, put a little bit of that copper on my lids from the classic palette. Is it called Copper? Yeah, Copper. A little bit of the brown eyeliner and smudged it. And that's it. Now I'm doing my mascara. And I feel like I have on a little more than I would like, you know, to go to the grocery store. But I don't feel like I have on a ton of makeup, but I feel like I look a little more glam. Waterproof. No, our mascara is not waterproof. However, because this, for example, the eyeliner is wax-based, I've noticed, and also the foundation, like when I go to wash it off my hand, I have to get the charcoal bar and rub to get it off. So clearly there's some staying power there that it doesn't just wipe off or wash off. So, you know, as far as waterproof goes, that's pretty good. But no, the mascara is not waterproof. I don't think they have been able to formulate one that is safe, unfortunately. A lot of mascaras do have mercury that are on the market. So just like Christy talked about the other night in her live, how they love in this industry to use the term organic on their products. Well, mercury is organic, right? Lead is organic. These are not created they're not synthetic, right? So it's very easy to slap the word organic on a product, and it might have mercury in it. And think how close that goes to your eye. So what I recommend to people, also if you're worried about running, under my eyes tends to be really oily. So not my mascara, but my eyeliner would just kind of bleed down. So I get a little bit of our mattifying powder just like that, and a tiny little clean brush, and tap it just in the lid right there. And I'll literally just dab it right underneath, and it's translucent, you can't see it. That makes the biggest difference, and it helps it not bleed down if that's a concern. And I always have a little bit left over on my big brush, and I'll just sort of touch up just to help my set the makeup as well. I love it because it doesn't make your makeup look cakey, but it sets it. Okay, last thing, I'm gonna let everybody go so I can go out on my date, which I'm excited about. I just started using this gloss lately. It looks super dark in the tube. This is Sienna, and it's so pretty, and it's so not this dark. If you like a neutral, natural shade of a gloss that's not on the pink side, but gives you a little hint of color, I would recommend this, or there's another one called Redwood that's really pretty. So this is Sienna, and it's really light. Almost has a kind of like a fig color, and it feels really good, and it smells like vanilla. So I love it. And that's it. And I'm ready for date night, and I know my husband's ready for me to get off this live video. So I appreciate y'all tuning in so much. If you have any questions about anything I've used tonight, feel free to drop it in the comments or message me. And I appreciate everybody hopping on. I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. Happy Friday. And until next time, bye everybody.